This is my very first holiday update for 2023, and just like last summer I'm going to bring you regular holiday updates to prepare you for your holiday and for what you can expect before you come over here to the island. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already and you are planning a holiday over to Mallorca this summer. Okay, so today we're going to start with a quick look at the weather. Now, it really is as cold as I look down here. I'm wearing a really super warm scarf. I've got my coat on, but by the time we go into next week, into the middle of February, then those temperatures are going to start to rise a little, and we're expecting some really nice sunny conditions as well. Now, these past few days have been really cold down here. We've had highs of 12 degrees and lows of about 3 or 4 at night, and it has been, well, in my opinion, absolutely freezing, but things should start to improve as we go on through the rest of February. Now, do not be confused by this sunshine over here that we do have today, because we are getting a wide mix of weather as well, and I can see there's some clouds coming in over the horizon. So if you are packing to come out here for a midterm break, for that half-term holiday, then make sure that you bring a really wide mix of clothes. So bring coats, bring jeans, bring scarves and hats and everything. But then when the sun does come out like it is doing today, you're going to be able to sit in the sunshine and it's going to feel very warm, particularly if those temperatures do go up a little. Okay, so let's continue this news update. We're going to take a walk along the beach. So as we start to head on into the middle of February, those temperatures are going to start making their way up again, and we're going to be expecting highs of around 16 or 17 degrees, which is, well, it's a lot better than the 12 degrees that we do have today. Now, if you are coming over and you want to see what that weather looks like, check out my live stream from down in Cala Milor last weekend. It was around 17 degrees then. You can see actually quite a few people were out wearing long sleeve t-shirts like I was, or t-shirts and shorts as well. So in the sunshine it does feel a lot warmer than maybe the temperature gauge and the weather forecast does say. But because this is winter, those temperatures and the weather can change very quickly. And just the other day I was down in Palma and we had a huge rainstorm coming in. But even when the weather is pretty bad, and we do get showers quite frequently at the moment because it is winter, it can also be very spectacular as well, as you can see by this footage that I took down on the Paseo Maritimo in Palma just the other day. Okay, so next up, what can you expect down at the resorts? Well, of course, it's nothing like summer at the moment over here in Mallorca. You can see I'm down here on Palma Nova Beach. Now, this beach is cleaned frequently during the summer months, but you can see at this end of the beach, at the far end of Palma Nova Beach, it is filled with seaweed. We won't see the beach cleaners coming out now, maybe for another month or so. So if you do come down here, a lot of the beaches, not only are they going to be empty, but they are going to be full of seaweed as well, just because all that seaweed has blown in from the storms that we've been having. But just because it's winter, it doesn't mean to say that you can't actually go swimming down here. I've been seeing people swimming all over the island this past 10 days or so. So if you are coming over and if those temperatures do rise, the air temperatures do rise, then you can expect a very refreshing swim. So make sure that if you are coming over, that you also bring your swimwear too. So also in the resorts as well, obviously a lot of the hotels aren't open at the moment. A lot of the businesses and the restaurants are undergoing big refurbishments at the moment. But if you are coming over to the island, you're not going to starve here. You're not going to go thirsty either, because there is a great selection of bars and restaurants that you can pop into. But because it is winter, there are some major renovations taking place on the island, and the greatest renovations I've seen are actually down in Palma. So if you're coming over for that city break, or you're going into Palma sightseeing, then do expect to see a lot of major works going on down there. So the most major works that you're going to see over here on the island are going to be down on the Paseo Maritimo, which is the main waterfront area which runs from Palma Port all the way up to the Cathedral. Now, this entire area has been completely renovated and redeveloped to create actually probably a much nicer area than you're going to see now. But there is a contraflow in operation, so if you're driving as well, just bear in mind that that stretch of road is going to get very busy, particularly during rush hour. You're going to find a lot of businesses as well have had to close as well along that stretch because they just can't get the customers in, because they've decided to do all the works all at the same time and not do it section by section. So it does feel like the Paseo Maritimo has closed down quite a bit. You're still going to find restaurants open though, and a few places to eat down there too, so go and check that out. But Palma isn't looking its best at the moment, I have to admit, and during this period of reconstruction you're also going to see some major works happening outside the cathedral and in front in Park de the Mar too. But I'm pretty sure that once it's finished it's going to look absolutely amazing. Now, you're not going to notice too much difference in Palma Old Town. There's still plenty to see if you go into Palma itself. Nothing has changed in Palma. There's still plenty of shops and restaurants and bars open, and of course all the sites are open as well. So make sure you go and explore everything that Palma has to offer, and maybe don't look too closely at the renovations taking place down on the Paseo Maritimo. I'm just taking a quick break in this video here just to pan around, just so you can have a look at the beach. Now, normally the waters down here are really turquoise and blue, but just because of all the winds and the rain that we've had, it's looking rather brown today. Hopefully we're going to see that clearing up in the next few days and it'll return to its normal, beautiful self. Okay, so another hot topic on the news agenda this week has been the lifting of one of the final COVID restrictions here in Spain, and that has been the wearing of face masks on public transport. Now, you are now free when you come to the island to get onto buses, trains and taxis and planes as well, not to have to wear a face mask, which is great news. But you're going to find that locals are probably going to struggle with this because these restrictions have been in place for the past 3 years. When I got onto the bus yesterday, I still saw people getting onto the bus wearing face masks, so it's going to be quite a bizarre change as well, and people are going to struggle getting used to being able to travel freely now without having this requirement in place. Although the government are still advising that if you are vulnerable in any way and you are getting onto a packed bus, then it might still be a good idea to still wear that face mask. Okay, so if you are coming over, what are you likely to find open for things to do during your stay here? Well, it's great to hear that the Sóller train and tram are back and up and running after their little winter break. So you can now head on up to Sóller on the old-fashioned train from Plaza España in Palma. You can also get the tram down to Port de Sóller as well. Also, don't forget we've got Palma Aquarium open year-round. Things like water parks obviously are not going to be open at this time of year, it's just far too cold for those, but you're going to find a few other attractions as well open, such as all the art galleries, which are also open year round too. Now, I do also have another video on my channel called Things to Do in the Winter in Mallorca, so again I'll leave that link below. Go and check that out if you're coming over here to the island. And also for kids, if you are travelling over on half term for kids, you're going to find attractions such as Palma Jump, you're going to find the jungle parks open as well, and there's a Tirolina park, another zip line park over in Arenal, Campastia as well for them to enjoy too. So there's plenty going on here. It's not as busy as you're going to find in the summer for attractions and activities, but there is still plenty of things to do. Okay everyone, so that's the end of my very first holiday update for 2023. If you are travelling over to the island, do travel safely, wrap up warmly, bring plenty of clothes with you, but do have a fantastic time when you get here, and we'd love to hear all about it as well. So if you are here on the island and you want to share any of your experiences or any photos on the Facebook group, please head on over to Mallorca Under the Sun on Facebook and go and leave us a review of the island or share some pictures with us. Don't forget you can also find me on the Instagram page too. Subscribe if you haven't, don't forget to do that. And if you'd like to see more about Mallorca during the winter months, then do go ahead and check out these videos just here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.